It is a beautiful Monday morning. Good morning to you all and welcome to Carnival Breakfast Show. Come to you from Carnival Radio. And this is Newspaper Review. I am Joseph Hoyokola. Good morning and welcome once again. This morning I have Punch newspaper with me. I have The Nation newspaper. I have Vanguard newspaper and I have Daily Post newspaper. But to begin the news, here are the headlines. Mixed reactions trail bill to stop Tinubu, Obi, Atiku, others. Corruption-free Nigeria possible, says EFCC chairman. CDS squad goes after killers as Opebolu consult governors. Reverse emergency rule, wise decision by Tinubu, says Ladoja. Abia report and airport. Access road clearing begins despite court order. Now to the news in details. Former Oyo State Governor and the Otun Olubadan of Ibadan land, Rashidi Ladoja, on Sunday said the declaration of emergency rule in Oyo State has ensured relative peace in the state. The news may report that the President Bola Tinubu on March 18, 2025 declared state of emergency in the state over the protracted political crisis between Governor Siminalayi Fubara and the Rivers State House of Assembly loyal to the ex-governor Nyesom Wike. Tinubu suspended the governor and lawmakers for 6 months and appointed a sole administration to run the state. Tinubu's decision has generated a lot of controversies, with many asserting that the president breached the country's constitution. But Ladoja, while speaking with journalists at his private residence in Ondo Street, Bodija, Ibadan, after Eid al-Fitr prayer on Tuesday, said the emergency rule was a wise decision by President Tinubu to douse tension and restore normalcy in Rivers State. The former governor advised suspended Governor Siminalayi Fubara and the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, to come together and resolve their differences if their intention is actually to serve the state. This news was sourced from the Punch newspaper. Rivers State crisis, Ladoja backs Tinubu. Meanwhile, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, on Sunday strongly condemned the killing of 16 hunters in Oyo State, vowing that the perpetrators will be brought to justice. The CDS pledged as the Oyo State government said that Governor Monday Opebolu had reached out to the victims' families, the Hausa community leaders in the state, and the northern governors about the incident. About 14 suspects have been arrested by the police in connection with the tragic incident. A mob killed the hunters in Uromi, Oyo State last Thursday while traveling to Kano from Rivers State to celebrate Eid with their families. The incident was said to have happened when the truck conveying them was stopped by a vigilante group, and the men who were found with damn guns were lynched by the inceptors, which mistook them for kidnappers. No fewer than 16 victims were set ablaze, while 10 were rescued by the police. Those who died in the incident were buried on Saturday. The incident has been widely condemned by various northern groups, state government, and lawmakers. In a statement on Sunday by the Director, Defense Information, Brigadier General Tuko Gusau said the CDS stated that the tragic incident could have been prevented had the appropriate authorities been notified to verify the identities of victims. He also urged citizens to avoid taking the law into their own hands and instead the police and other security agencies to ensure justice is served. The statement added that the CDS also urged Nigerians not to take loss. He warned vigilante groups, hunters, and others to register with relevant agencies to regulate the possession of firearms. Musa also admonished local hunters and vigilante groups to register with the Police Department of State Services, AFN, and other agencies mandated by law to regulate the possession of firearms, while calling on vigilante groups to always revert to police for appropriate action. This news was sourced from Vanguard newspaper. CDS squad goes after killers as Opebolo consult governors. In the meantime, the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ola Olukoyede, has expressed confidence that Nigerians have the capacity to defeat corruption through collective determination and commitment. Olukoyede made this statement in Abuja on Sunday in his goodwill message to Muslims celebrating Eid al-Fitr across the country, reaffirming the nation's ability to overcome corruption. Olukoyede stated that Nigerians are stronger than corruption. No corrupt acts can break our common resolve and determination. We have all it takes to confront and conquer economic and financial crimes. He urged Muslims to internalize the lessons of Ramadan, self-denial, discipline, sacrifice, love, and purity, and channel them into renewed commitment to shun corrupt practices. Olukoyede has assured Nigerians that the anti-corruption war remains on course, stating that the EFCC is gaining momentum in its effort to curb economic and financial crimes. This news was sourced from the Nation newspaper. Corruption-free Nigeria possible, says EFCC chairman. In another development, landowners in Isulu, in Isiagua North local government area of Abia State, have raised the alarm over the clearing of the access road to the runway of the proposed Abia airport, despite a court order. An Abia State High Court in Okpobia, Ungwa, had ordered the state government to take further action on its plan to seize over 1,025 acres of land belong to some Usulu communities pending the hearing and determination of their suit. Justice Yoneya Okezie made the order last December 20 in a suit filed by the community's representatives. But the landowner said the government had moved bulldozers to the site. He called on Nigerians and people of goodwill to prevail on the state authorities to subject themselves to the rule of law. One of more concerns to the communities is that no agreement has been reached on the actual land size being taken. Besides, they said technical details of the impact of the people's health and survival by the way of environmental impact assessment have not been drawn up. This news was sourced from the Nation newspaper. Abia Airport access road clearing begins despite court order. On to the last news on Newspaper Review this morning. A bill currently on the floor of the House of Representatives seeking to stop anyone above 60 years from vying for election to the offices of the Nigerian president and state governors has triggered controversies. Newspaper report that the bill, sponsored by Imo lawmaker Ikenga Ugochiyere, was passed for second reading at the lower legislative chamber on Thursday. If the bill scales through legislative scrutiny and is signed into law, the majority of the 2027 presidential hopefuls, including President Bola Tinubu, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, and the 2023 presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, will be missing. This is because they are all over 60 years. The bills provide that a person shall be qualified for election to the office of the president if he has been educated up to at least university level and has earned a bachelor's degree in his chosen field of study. While the bill was spontaneously accepted by Nigerian youth who feel they have been marginalized for years, others rejected the move. On May 31, 2018, the then Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari signed the Not Too Young to Rule bill into law, signaling hope for the younger generation who may be vying for political office. This news was sourced from Daily Post newspaper. 2027 mixed reactions trail bill to stop Tinubu, Obi, Atiku, others. To bring the newspaper review to a close this morning, here is a recap of headlines. CDS squad goes after killers as Opebolo consult governors. Corruption-free Nigeria possible, says EFCC chairman. Reverse emergency rule, wise decision by Tinubu, says Ladoja. Mixed reactions trail bill to stop Tinubu, Obi, Atiku, others. Habia Airport, access road clearing begins despite court order. And with that, we've come to the end of newspaper review. Thank you very much for listening. You can download Carnival Media app from Google Play Store and app iOS. You can also check out our website at www.carnivalmedia.ng. My name remains Joseph Oyokola. Good morning, and please do well to enjoy the rest of your day.